Is this mic working? Cool. Up and running. Let me invite some people to this stream real quick. Had kind of an uneventful day today, man. I usually am more productive, but I had a pretty busy weekend. A lot of stuff going on in my life, both personal and professional. And then I guess you could lump the athletic stuff in with the personal stuff, but there's personal problems like relationship stuff I've been dealing with, which I think I'm kind of getting in a good spot with, and I've also been dealing with a lot of the challenges of doing these canoe races. They're not easy. They're not easy races, so and that's why you do it. It's because you want to see if you can handle it, but it, like, this weekend was a lot. I went to Oahu. I did some paddling, and it was I think 32 miles. Here, maybe I'll show you guys some of this stuff. Where's my phone? Be right back. I'm gonna throw the photos on Discord of my race and talk about that a little bit before I get into like the regular RPG making stuff. And my brain doesn't work. My freaking phone was right here on my desk. Such a bonehead. Also, you notice you might be able to hear some kids in the background.
What race would you want to be on?
That's partially because I'm streaming a little bit earlier than I normally do. Mainly because I haven't really streamed since, Friday night, maybe. I don't even know if I did. But, I had a pretty busy weekend. And I kind of wasn't too productive today. So I decided to just go ahead and start streaming a little bit earlier, because it, getting things done was not really working. I tried to, a little bit of a lull in my my web development business, so just kind of trying to find more work and scramble for that, which has been a bit of a challenge this month. I had a lot of really. It's interesting. I should have probably been a bit more marketing forward while I was doing really well earlier this week, because now I'm not doing so well. So, I mean, I'm doing well, but yeah, hold on, I'm just posting some stuff on my IRL. So I'm posting in this Discord channel here. So I actually posted my previous race here, which was about a comparable distance. This is 33 miles. Then comparatively, we can compare it to this here, which is actually I think it's like 34 miles. Something like that. I'm not good at memorizing that type of stuff, but it's weird because this looks not as far when you think of the islands as like the same size, but one thing, Oahu is just significantly bigger.
Joe?
Yeah, what's up?
Can I let Kaden use your bathroom?
It's weird. I'll go for like I kind of live next to my friend, and he's also like the landlord, and he'll hear me talking like across the way, and that's when they'll come like around, you know. But I that's like ironically that's like the worst time to be talking to me, because that means I'm either streaming or I'm on a phone call, you know, which is the number one absolute time I do not want to be disturbed. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, this was the race here. It's pretty far. I guess I could post a couple more pictures of it. Here's a picture of me off the coast. I'm in the second seat right here. And do I have any more? Here's another one. So there's me right there again in number 5. The number 6 in OC is canoe racing, but in open ocean races, a lot of times the number 5 will have to help steer. You know. So this is us launching, and we go down to the starting line, which is like more down here. But anyway, just wanted to share some of those. Probably should turn on stream avatars too. What happened to my music? Connect. Always when I start streaming, I feel like I want like some water or some candy or a snack. And beforehand, I didn't. It's like, as soon as you get into a position where you shouldn't go do other things, that's when you tend to want to do the other things. Okay, so let's take a quick look at what I got going on so far, and I'm going to kind of plan out what I have to do today, maybe in a notepad. But basically, I want to try and nail down these touchscreen controls as much as I can. So I got this notepad here. Basically, if I go talk to this guy here, push escape, this is how my menu looks. So the difference is now is you can control everything through touchscreen. So you see I'm using my mouse, right? And then these actually work with touchscreen as well. So you can click them. Now, I will eventually make a bit more animated. Oh, so this one doesn't work. So, but this one works. Yeah, I'm adjusting the UI. I actually wasn't working on it for a while. Also, hi Olivia. Welcome to my stream. Thank you for coming by. But right now I'm just focused mainly on, and another thing that's wrong with it too is if you're in this menu and you go over to the other menu, it doesn't change. So I'm gonna have to build that into the game. And also too, eventually, this is not like a game breaker thing, but I gotta make it so this menu isn't here if it's on a mobile version, because this is totally irrelevant. Although, you know what, like, you can use a controller with the mobile game, so it's not a huge deal if I leave that. This looks really good with the X up there. It looks... Make love to you? Oh my gosh, dude, I've been watching your videos. I saw your review. How do I have such a big YouTuber that comes to my channel randomly with my 2% stream? Gotta Saw my what? You made a what was it? That review video? I don't know. I had a kind of a lazy day. I was watching YouTube all day today. And then the Geekdom channel. It was like a review of. You did the Godzilla one. I didn't watch that one. I don't know. Maybe not for me. But I think it's cool that you did it. But let me see. There was another one I watched. Yeah, no. I know that's the second channel. I watch all the videos on the second channel. They're like podcasts. Oh, the World of Geekdom. I don't know. I was just telling everybody, dude, I just did like a 34-mile paddling race yesterday. Oh, the She-Hulk episodes. Yeah, I totally agree with that one. Like, it's interesting with those, like, your stance on the She-Hulk, is it really worse? I think it's interesting because it's so middle of the road, and you know as well as I do, like, that's gonna be like not getting any views compared to your normal stuff because it's like so reasonable, you know. I don't like She-Hulk, actually. I mean, I've watched it and I'm kind of like, this is probably my least enjoyed that I've had a Marvel property, you know, like it's of all the Marvel properties, like pretty much ever, I think I enjoy it the least. And it's frustrating because it has a lot of the things that I like. But I do agree that like the people blaming it on being woke and all this stuff, it's kind of like a little bit much. It's just at the end of the day, I think you kind of just have to accept that some stuff isn't for everyone. Like it's not for me. Like virgin shit is what it is. Yeah. I mean, because you have to be able to interact with women, you know, in the real world. And in order to do, and that's part of the pre-courses to, you know, getting through past that virginity marker. So if someone doesn't know how to talk to women, they're going to be like, oh, she doesn't like me because, you know, I'm not into that woke stuff or something. I don't know. To not watch something good or over some wokeness. Yeah. Well, actually, now you're starting to sound a little bit more controversial than I felt you did in the video, but I guess it's more of a safe place. Nobody's watching this channel. It's not even woke. It's not really particularly woke. To me, it's more just like something that women, it has things that I would attribute to more women liking than like being woke. You know what I mean? Like no one ever, there's like women's shows that pretty much predominantly are watched by women in the same way there's men's shows. Like men mostly watch Joe Rogan, you know? Like Joe Rogan is someone that men like to watch much more than women do. And it's like, that doesn't mean it's inherently anti-woman. It just so happens to be that the demographic tends to primarily be men. And I really think that She-Hulk is made for women. I don't think it's, and I'm sure there's men that like it, but I don't think it's like a man show, you know what I mean? And I mean, I know that that's a little bit of a difficult way to phrase things, because when you say something's a man show or a woman show, people are going to be like, well, I'm a woman and I like it, and I'm a man and I like it. And it's like, I don't know. She's cute. Oh, so that's the thing, dude. I'd smash a Jennifer or she. Oh, so you actually really like the show. I see what's going on here. So you like she's attractive. Oh, I mean, of course she's attractive, but she also seems more, I think part of the thing that is appealing about her, she seems like somebody you could actually, she doesn't have that like supermodel look. She just seems like such a normal girl that you could meet out there, you know? Oh, and I agree that she's attractive. I think anybody with eyes would agree that she's very attractive. And ironically, She-Hulk is attractive too. I always felt like they should make She-Hulk's hair a little bit more curly like it was in the comics, but that's just some minor feedback. Yeah. You know, she is a good actor. I will give her that. The idea of like the last one with the court case where there's all the men and she would like hook up with all the guys she's dated over the last 5 dates. It was kind of like an interesting thing. I feel like women would like it. So right now, anything so my pretty face can get it. Oh, I know that face. Well, after 1 year, what's gonna happen, dude, is everything just starts shrinking and decaying. So it's like, you know, you pretty much get past the point where you don't even care anymore. You know, I mean, I'm not that way right this minute, but I've definitely been there. Oh man, that's rough. 2 tits and a hole and a heartbeat. Yeah, that's all I need. It's so surprising because for me, in my view, you seem like a very successful person, you know. But I guess if you go on a date, like I tell people I have a small business, right? And I'm a web developer, and that's how I pay my bills, and I make okay money. But women are like, so you don't have a job? And I'm like, I mean, I do, but I'm my own employer. I'm like, I have W-2s and stuff, but I don't really want to show you how much I make. But that's all they're trying to figure out initially in the first couple of weeks is how much do you make, you know? Working on other things. It's hard to date because I have trust issues. Yeah, I get that, bro. I get that. I mean, I get it. It's a difficult world. Olivia and Art, I mean, I freelance full-time. That's a job. I don't know why. Hey, Olivia, you should follow this guy. He's, here, I'll send you his World of Geekdom channel. That's the video I was talking about. But, he's actually, this is his smaller channel. He has a bigger YouTube channel with, like, I don't know. I think it's 750,000 followers, subscribers. I'm a big fan of his, and one day he just happened to pop into my channel. It was like the weirdest thing. Maybe I rated him or something, but I got a little bit starstruck. Oh, you did? Yeah. Thanks. I'm not a perv. I just make these jokes. No, that's my channel's it's Twitch. You popped into mine. Oh yeah, because you were playing Final Fantasy VI, which is funny, dude. I remember it now because I actually had been watching your YouTube channel like forever since you were below 10K subs, and I like Final Fantasy VI. It's like my favorite game, and I didn't even know you were on Twitch at that time, so I just went through and looked at anybody who's playing Final Fantasy VI, which I always do because I love that game. And then I was like, Big D Geekdom 101. I'm like, there's like some Geekdom 101 fan on Twitch, and then it was like that voice from all your YouTube videos, and I was like, what the hell? Big D is not. You know, I think what a lot of men do when it comes to their PP size is they just say it's big, and then, you know, they hope that the girl won't know any better. And if she does, it's like lying about your height on Tinder, right? But I mean, that you should maybe try that approach. Just lie about it. I don't think y'all realize women don't care about that. I mean, we know that. We know that. We're just joking around. Do the opposite. I say it's so small, so when she sees it, she'll be like, "Oh, it's not that bad." I mean, I kind of agree with you, Olivia, and I kind of don't. I mean, I think people do obsess over like different features of the body, but yeah, it matters. Like it matters. Maybe it matters more to men. That's definitely possible, but it definitely matters. I've definitely heard women talk about men with like, you know, disorders, and they're like, oh yeah, it was just so weird I got out of there, you know. So the last girl I was with was like, why do you say it's small? It's quite sizable. And I laughed. Sizable? Never heard that. Every guy lies about their dick size being bigger, but not me. I don't lie about mine. I mean, I'm not going to talk about it on Twitch here, but when I'm talking to like someone I'm dating, and if they were to ask me about it, I mean, it doesn't really come up. It's not like, like my friends might ask me because they're like men and we're wondering if our bodies are like messed up or something. So we'll talk about this stuff, which is totally fine to do, you know, but I don't usually, that's not a conversation I usually have until she's seen it, you know. You're a Samoan or whatever, dude. Might be big, but it's probably not like hard like a coconut. I wanted to see it. I wanted to feel it. Oh yeah. And what's happening to my chat? I'm not lucky because chat's corrupted. Yeah. Usually I would. Sorry, I blame myself. I'm lucky because I don't need a big one. I'm good with my hands. Yeah, no, that's definitely a valid point. As long as you can get the job done. Doesn't really matter what tools you use. As long as you get the job done. I'm not like super rich. So I feel like when it comes to relationships, the bedroom stuff is kind of more of what I have to offer. It's not, that's how that's how I've been able to get him to stick around. Attracted to my partner because he's my partner, so I'm not the right person to ask. One of the tricks is, a lot of women feel that way, Olivia, like, yeah, like the physical attraction is just an extension of like an intellectual or an emotional attraction. One of the tricks is after you make love, you cook them breakfast. They love that. Give them some sausage after the sausage. Big D Geekdom 101. There has to be something, even if it's like top 3 things. I mean, a lot of women are with men that they don't find attractive, man. And if the man is rich, it's more common than if the man is poor. Like, a lot of women will be with a rich man that they don't find attractive. That is definitely a thing that is happening. I don't think it's the majority of people, but that is definitely out there. They don't just want money, they want security. It's the same thing. It's what they view security to be, is money. It's not like money isn't security. That's a fact, but they see the money as security. I mean, his hair, but honesty, his patience, and the way he compliments my personality in general is attractive. And it's okay for me to not to answer you if it's not the answer you want. No, that's a 100% good answer. I don't think that there's, you know, I don't think you could make the argument that somebody's personality is what makes them attractive to you being bad. That sounds great. I wish it was the case for me. All I want to do is get the TNA, you know? But yeah, I wish I felt the same way you do. No, that is a good answer. Patience is good. I do not have that as well as I'd like. Yeah. And patience, not having it, it's like you need it at the right times, right? Like for me, I can be with somebody for like a month, and there's just one single time where I wasn't able to have the patience that I needed, and that'll fuck everything up, you know? So it's like, patience isn't like something you need every day, but when you need it, it's really clear when it's not there. Unity crash, time to cry. Oh yeah, this is a game dev channel. This is not talk relationships with Joe time. We're supposed to talk about game dev in here. I think for World of Geekdom, you should just make a Tatiana tribute video. Like, just make a video just about her and how great she is. I think that'd be some views right there. Although I don't know, you know better than me. You're the YouTuber. Girl plays a game, guys like that a lot. Titania is who I'm. The actress's name is Tatiana, right? I might be mistaken. I'm literally winging everything right now as I'm learning still. Yeah, I ditched Unity, Olivia. I don't do Unity anymore. It's Godot or RPG Maker for me, or engine from scratch, pretty much. Hey, Geekdom, do you think you'll ever post your Twitch VODs anywhere, like on a separate channel or anything? I put one together for my channel, and it has only single digits viewers, and it's been up for like years. I post them in World of Geekdom, bro. Oh, do you just not put them on, you just put them on a playlist and you put them on unlisted? Is that what's going on? Let me look. Oh yeah, that's a good way to do it. So they're not unlisted. So it looks like you don't post all of them, right? You just post. Screw the game development. Yeah, I'm a fan. That was a cool one. The Alien one? Alien vs. Predator? Or the Punisher? Mario? Mario Land? What the hell is this? Oh, Super Mario Land, the Game Boy game. Right? Yeah, I've never seen it with color. I had it when I was a kid. It's so clean looking now with like modern high resolution. Yeah, because it was designed with color, but when I was using, it's a mod. Oh, it's not original. That's why I haven't seen it. Very cool. I guess all you'd have to do is go into the assets and change the colors. And add it, you know. It's so clean with, you know, with the high resolution. You can see every individual pixel. It looks so clean. It looks like a different game than it did back in the day. Because on the old school screens, those squares were more like circles, you know. So everything looked a lot more rounded. This is the kind of shit I love, like retro games. But so clearly you don't put all of your VODs on here. You just put like ones that you really like. This pixel art is epic. Like, look at that. I noticed that when I saw it. Like, this is phenomenal pixel art. It's like next level. Like, amazing. Like, I don't know if I'd ever be able to, like, as somebody who does pixel art, you can see stuff and you're just like, this, I can't do this. I could maybe do this, but this is just like, what the heck? It's amazing. Some of the PC 98 stuff is amazing. Yeah. Looks like something Adam might do. Adam doesn't really do intense detail and shading so I don't really agree with you. I could see Waz maybe doing something like that, but Adam's stuff, his style is much more low palette. Like this is actually a pretty high palette rendering, and it has a lot of detail. It uses a lot of like you see this, we have the dithering, which is used pretty heavily. Adam like never uses dithering. So I don't, as far as a pixel artist goes myself, this is like, I would say this is like the opposite of Adam's style. Let's look at some of Adam's stuff. This is the kind of stuff we're supposed to talk about. Adam C. Eunice. I forget what his website is. See what he's posting. So you see how much more everything's like a block in Insignia? It's very like low color palette. And like the smears from the sword are very, this is a very popular style. You know, you see this a lot with modern games like Undertale and I don't know. But this is like a much more modern pixel art style. It doesn't have, there's absolutely zero dithering. Like that is something you'll never do. One of the things about making loot games with pixel art is that it's always a problem making different parts stand out, like how you make one naked leg stand out from the other. Yes, yeah. Without doing lines especially. Back in the old days, like this dithering here, let me just see if I can zoom a little. Like this, the way this is dithered here, you wouldn't even really see those individual squares. It would just be like a way for the artist to create a new color. So in older games, you see dithering much more. Nowadays, it's a very stylistic choice. It's less common, because nowadays what you would do, rather than use like that dithering surface, you would just add a third color in, you know. And I do like the look of the dithering. I think it's cool, and I use dithering quite a bit in my stuff. But you know, this is it's super rare. It's less popular than it was in the 90s. For me, I love the 90s. Like that's what I want to emulate, you know. But yeah. Like look at this. Look at Adam's background. You see how there's zero dithering and there's no outlines. He does outline the font, but as far as like the environment, there's like zero outlines. Versus I kind of broke this. Versus this is heavily outlined. Everything is very intensely outlined. I think the skill is dying out. Oh, you think that the pixel artists are not as are like that? You think that particular style is just kind of disappearing? Maybe because it's less of a necessity these days. Is that what you're saying, Azur? I kind of agree. I could go with that. I'm okay with that. Yeah. Also, too, if you think about it, like Alien versus Predator, this is probably like a AAA game, you know? So that's something to think about, right? Indie games these days are working out of way lower budgets. So you have one pixel artist and they have to pump out art like super fast. So creating like all these crazy details like dithering, it's just a little bit out of the, it's kind of off the table, you know? Yeah, I agree with you. Like, they don't spend as much time. Like, if you look at, what was it, Street Fighter? What was the Street Fighter after the Street Fighter EX? I don't really think it ever got better than Street Fighter EX. No, this isn't the one I was thinking of. Like, look at this shit. Look at this is pixel art, dude. This to me, Street Fighter 3 was like, that was it, man. Like, that was where we peaked when it came to pixel art. Look at this crap, dude. Incredible. How do they make someone so sexy with pixel art? It's like her victory pose. If I thought I could do it, I would have made my game like this, like make the pixel art look like this, but I don't have the skill for that kind of shit. It's like not even. And one thing you gotta know, like this is like a AAA game. In one of the games I made, the girl's arm was a separate sprite which rotated when she casted a spell. Yeah. Okay, I gotta do some game dev. Been distracted enough. Okay, so look, Azure, I've been updating my menu to make it so things are clickable. It's pretty cool. So you can click on the X for mobile, right? I want to just get... Don't have the patience for pixel animation. Yeah, it makes sense why 3Ds be more popular. After a certain point in the process, it's just much easier to execute. That's just kind of the reality of it, so... Lack motivation, yeah. But it's pretty cool, right? You can X out. Status X. I'll probably add an animation eventually, but right now I'm more just focusing on getting it to function. The master menu doesn't work. And in this, they actually cover it, so that's what we can do now. Okay, so now that I've been distracted, actually I was only kind of chilling for like half an hour, so that's not too bad. I can get back on it now. Okay, so that was a fun little, you know, swerve there, looking into all that stuff. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna look at everything. Kind of works out of these common events here. So the first thing I want, is I want to make menu, party menu, buttons vanish when you go to system menu. I also need make buttons to access system menu. I need to make system menu buttons appear. Make system menu buttons disappear. What else? Zoom in on this. Will then it be done then if I do all that? Oh, mastery. Make party buttons vanish for mastery menu. Make party buttons make system buttons vanish for save. Okay, that should like do everything. Like if everything on this list is done, then the menu 100% will work on mobile and you can play the entire game on mobile. So that's what we got to do. Got to get all that shit done. I did draw something for the first time in a month, but it's really heavily referenced and requires more work to add the condition for me to use in game. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. The more, like when I got all my new assets from my dialogue portraits, it was like a very interesting thing because it was like, holy crap, like it's gonna take me like weeks to just implement all of these into the dialogue everywhere. You know, to the point where now I just do it, but I use like a blank image so that I can like later on, like if I know I'm gonna put, and that's why it's always good to use a placeholder, because then you can just replace the placeholder image in the files. It's a lewd game over animation, but the bed is too nice for it, so it used in the game proper, so now I need an alternate in for it. Well, unless your game is super easy, you're going to be seeing that game over a lot. So maybe it's okay. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it'll work out. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. As far as like publishing this by this year, I'm definitely gonna put it on itch, just because I feel like people will view it on itch, and it'll just be one place for it to be, and you can like test it from there. But I also want to go ahead and put it on the Android store as a beta, and that way it gives me some marketing power. The thing I don't like about itch is that there's no way to like retain their contact information. You know, where at least Steam, you have a wish listing system, right? They can follow the game, right? And then they'll receive updates about it or follow my account. But when I look at the analytics for that, like nobody's doing that. You know what I mean? Debt slave brothel ending probably. So I can add some gambling games so you can get minus money. Yeah. How do gamblings work on offline games? I feel like any game where you can save the game, it just makes gambling totally irrelevant, right? Like if it's an online MMORPG, right, and it saves everything you do, I feel like, yeah, gambling is fine because you actually have to, there's a possibility you can actually lose something. But if the game is based on saves, oh, you just make it so it's just a little bit too inconvenient to reload the game. Losing his content in new games. Oh, so like you will unlock. So losing. Ah, that's a really good answer, Azure. I really like that. So like if you gamble and you lose, it's not like you just get a game over screen. You actually get a different like path of events in the game's lore. So people would actually do it, like hope that they lose to a certain extent. Like say you won 3 times in 3 playthroughs. You actually, at that point, you want to lose. You want to see what the losing path is. Yeah. Majority of the games include bad endings. Very interesting. Great. Holy cow, man. Okay, so let's start with making the party menus vanish. That's going to be the one thing I'm going to do if I do anything by the end of tonight. So if you go from current menu A, button page up is being pressed. If page down is being pressed, set menu B to 1. So if menu B is 1, we gotta find that. Here we go. If menu B is 1, keyboard is on. Well, this is interesting. So what am I doing here? If the keyboard is on... Oh, okay, so what this is... This seems a bit bloated. I didn't really... Ah, so... There's also Kappa fights if you fail at running over water and have their own game scene. Interesting. It's like how Disgaea, there are some premature endings if you win, lose some fights only with loot content. Interesting. Okay, so if menu A is on 41 and 43. So basically, is this the whole menu A thing? It all is one thing. So what I have to do is if menu A is on, if menu B is on 1, I'm gonna stop listening to your chat for a second while I figure this out. Azure, just don't take it personally. Menu A. This is all the same thing. So the way I make the pictures go away is I just hide them here. Okay, so I just have to come back to here with these guys. 71 through 64, I believe, right? What is 64? Menu close. 71, yes. 64 to 71. Why is it 64? That's weird. Anyway, let's just do it. So all of these I have to make them invisible. So we'll do... Actually, I can do it from the push down button. Menu B is 0 and you push right. Control variable menu A plus 1. So this is just some controls to make it so that where your cursor is, it stays. menu B is 0. So I'm actually going to have to change the way I structure this quite a bit. All of this stuff here. Hmm. $41, $43. So all of this. If menu current menu equals 1. So menu current menu is just 1 or 0. Right, and then you switch between menu B is the one you control with R and L. So this is going to have to be different. I need to move all of this here to menu A. If it's menu A, so let me just make sure this works first. If menu B equals 0, then that all goes there. Some redundancy here. Delete that one. So this should still work exactly the same. Let's just double check that I didn't break it. Usually I should save it before I start screwing with it in case I do the wrong thing, because I do that often. But you know, I'll do that after this. Okay, so that works. So now what I need to do is I need to make it so it changes based on okay, so that's good. I'm gonna just go ahead and save this here. So I remember this is a copy. Okay, so 64 through 71, gotta grab those. And if menu B equals 1, where are you? If menu B equals 1, then we're gonna drop all this there. And we're going to make these all disappear. So we have to switch their opacity to 0. Okay, so let's double check this, just make sure I didn't break anything. Sometimes I try to get ahead of myself and like just do like 10 things in a row, and the problem is I'm just not a genius enough to do that, so I just have to accept it that I can't go that far ahead without taking too many risks. Okay, so that's great, works good. See, now the buttons are still clickable, right? But I also, oh shoot, that's wrong. So this is interesting. They shouldn't be clickable. Ooh, there's another bug there. Fuck. So for some reason they don't go fully invisible. I think they're in a state of continual refreshing. So this isn't going to really work to do it in this method. So particularly because it wasn't an issue in the past because they weren't buttons. Oh, maybe because the cancel doesn't actually close. No. Let me look at my variables. Menu B is 0. Yeah, no, that's fine. That works. Another thing is the gold is staying on now for some funky reason. How could that be? What could I have done that could have affected that? Maybe because there's no weight now? When I do the switch, let me check the page up, page down. Button up is pressed. Menu A, -1. Oh shit. I see what I did. I shouldn't be. Menu B is not the one I should be switching it out for. It's menu A. If it's menu A. Menu A is the one that controls the R and L. BN1 is that controls the little selector cursor. If menu A is 0, so it's menu A can be either 0 or 1. Okay, so if it's 0, this is probably going to break it some more, so just keep going deeper into the hole. Okay, so if it's menu A is 1, no, that's wrong. Menu current menu is 0. Oh! To do it here. Hey, Star Impulse Enterprise. It's going good, man. I'm just working on my game. It's kind of some brainy stuff, so forgive me if I'm not super responsive. It might take me a bit to reply to the chat. I just... GKG? What does GKG mean? I don't know what that acronym means. I don't want to look it up either. It's a typo. Menu current menu is 1. Okay, so 0 is off. Menu current menu 1. And menu current menu 2. So menu current menu is the one I gotta find. Menu current menu. I mean, I got done working on my new project. I'm working on a VX Ace. I just learned how to auto tile. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Did you figure out how to use shift when you auto tile? That's important. Where's the menu, current menu? Still learn that. Just try to push it when you're doing auto tiling and screw with it a bit. You'll figure it out. Okay, so menu current menu is an on and off thing. It looks like. So that's not it. It's gotta be menu A. Okay, so A, 2, 3, 4. So what is the thing that switches it between B and 1? It didn't work when I just made it. So this shows the gold if it's 1. Ace or MV? It's MZ's editor, actually. But it's an MV game, because you can open MV games in MZ, in case you didn't know that. So I'm struggling here to remember how I did this, because I did it a bit ago. Let me just see if it works in the way I have it now. Not broken. It won't be clickable, but that's okay. I thought about making a tutorial on how to do this, but oh, it's still clickable. What the hell? Converting from MZ to MZ? Is there any limitation converting from MV to MZ? Shit. That was broken. I wasn't expecting that to be broken. What the hell happened? Fucked it up, man. Jesus. So I didn't actually convert the game from MV to MZ. I just used the MZ editor on an MV game. To convert it would mean that it wouldn't any longer, like an MZ game has like a different database structure and a different library. It's not like super different, but it's different enough to where like a lot of plugins, maybe even the majority of plugins won't work in the MV game, depending on how extensive they are. The bigger the plugin, the more stuff it does, the less likely it is to work. So limitation. Man, that is like a huge question. I could make like multiple, like a video series about that. But yes, I guess would be the quickest answer. Yes. But I mean, the question is wrong to begin with because I didn't convert my MV project to an MZ project. It's still an MV project. So it's not a converted project. That's a different process that I didn't do. You can do that, but that's not what I did. So I mean, like, yes is the answer, but it's also like not a good question in the sense that it's like not what I did. So it doesn't follow the path of thought that we were having because my game is an MV game. It's just I'm using the MZ editor as opposed to actually converting my game into an MZ game, which is not what I did. I don't know. Hopefully that helps answer the question. I'm gonna go back to this one that I had and try to just copy this new one. Try to use this one here and just erase what I added that one time, which was this. Actually, I had that before. Oh, I see, because I have this here. Let me just take this out. No, that's not it. Here it is, 64. So this should be how it was before I started messing with it today. Fuck, it's still fucked. So basically that means I left it fucked. And I didn't even realize it. Damn it. It's such a complicated system. Like the menu is so complicated, it's like... It's hard to keep track of everything, you know? I tried to keep it organized as much as I could, but... It's like to read through the whole thing is like a freaking novel of code. So there's like a couple things wrong. It's not, maybe there was a weight that I don't have now. So basically on cancel, it's not doing everything it needs to do, so. If button cancel is being pushed, if menu sound and stop is off. Break loop wait. Oh, I think that's the issue there. Wish the editor would tell you where the error is. I mean, it's not like that type of error. It's doing what I'm telling it to do. It's just I don't know what I told them to do, you know? It's basically looking like it's taking too long to do what I want it to do, so. It's like there's a weight in here somewhere. 50, I think 60 frames is too much. It's so weird because when I first started the game up, like I feel like it was working right, and I'm like, it's just really frustrating. Clear gold. What this does is this makes it so I can move again. I can actually delay using that if there's a possibility that might have changed something. And then it's doing a double input. Hold on. I think I know what's going on. I think I know what I did. I know what I did. These are both running. All three of these. That's it. These copies I made. That makes sense. Well, I cleaned up some stuff. So the copy I made to back up the event actually broke it. Yeah, there we go. So now I just add the buttons back in. Okay. Okay. I know what's going on. Okay. So we're going to do if current menu, menu A. If current menu is menu 1 and menu... If menu A is 0, where are you? Where are you if menu A is 0? Okay, so here we are. This is interesting. This is totally wrong. This is totally wacky. Why is that like that? I just have to see if this is working the way it looks like it should work, even though that's not how I want it to work. Clicking is not working. What the hell? So here on the menu B, when you activate the party menu, it's actually all of these should be appearing, but they're not, which is weird. If menu B is... They're up here, right? 64 through 71? Yeah. They should be appearing. Will this game be on Steam? Any other platforms or just Steam? Other platforms, but currently it's just on Steam. But right now I'm making like an Android version of it. That's what I'm working on right now. It actually works on Android pretty well. Save the menus. So I'm kind of updating the menus. I don't think I would say that they're going to be finished like in the final version, but they're going to be like functional to where you can do everything you need to do. Menu B. Okay, I'm just gonna put this in because I want to see what happens, because the game is behaving pretty funkily. Somebody on YouTube today saw one of my old like UI videos and they're like, this UI is so bland. And I was just thinking like, sorry man, jeez. Try my best here, dude. Okay, so it's not appearing. Oh shoot. No wonder it's not appearing. Again, I'm being a donkey. I'm editing the backup. And I'm like, why isn't it working? I'm so ding dong sometimes. That's what you gotta watch out when you make copies. Then you might accidentally start editing your copy and not even realize it, right? If you're smart like me. So what I'm doing is I'm turning down the opacity. I'm not sure if this will work because... Be right back. Thanks for letting me know. That's cool. Okay, so now it'll make them disappear, but apparently it's still clickable, so I might have to actually like physically move the button off the screen. I guess it's not technically physically moving it, but... Yeah, see, it's still clickable for some funky reason. So I guess buttons, even though when they're invisible, they're still clickable, which means I have to move it. I gotta get it off there, which I can do, but that's kind of a hack. It's supposed to be the case where if it has, maybe it's a setting in the plugin. Or if it has 0 opacity, touch move enabled by default. What does that even mean? I'm gonna turn that off because I think that means like click to move, which I don't want ever. How's everybody else doing? Who's in chat? Say hello. Say hi to me. Hey, Code Mora. Lurk Master. Thank you for saying hello. I always appreciate it. My loyal friend. Oh, wow. Timopoulos. Thanks for saying hi. I won't call you out anymore. Hope you guys didn't feel uncomfortable with that. Try not to be too much that way, but I do like to see who's kind of like around. You don't have to be super active in chat. It's fun, you know, because it makes you pop up on the stream avatars. I don't really make it so stream avatars won't show. Like, I don't want the stream avatars to show people who aren't in chat. Holy cow. Okay, so it's supposed to be with button common events that if you make it invisible, that it no longer is clickable. So that's a little disappointing that the picture, if it's there and it's invisible, then it is still clickable. What the hell happened now? Oh, I didn't activate the menu. Okay. So ultimately what I'm gonna have to do is I'm actually gonna have to delete the picture. Which I can do. And then I'm gonna have to have a good night. Okay, Olivia, it's always a pleasure having you. Thanks for coming by. See you laters. Oh, another thing too is it didn't deactivate the gold for some reason. What the hell is going on there? Oh, because I moved the place. These are both not on, right? Okay. Because I put a weight in there. That's why. No, there's no weight. I think before the gold was just in front, so it covered it. No, it's still... It's not deleting it. Fuck. So it deletes it when I close it. Oh. I did the opposite of what I wanted to do. Why is this here? Why would I want the gold in the item scene? That can't be right. Yeah, that was the issue. Oh, I erased something I shouldn't though. I kept the... Wait, what? So it looks like I'm not reactivating the ability to walk after. I'm just turning it off and I don't activate it when I hit cancel. Oh, I see what I did. I moved it to after the loop. Okay. Alrighty. It's just like thing I break and then I have to undo it. And then I break another thing and I gotta undo it. Okay. So I'm still kind of trying to figure out how to make it so it doesn't do this. Also, why isn't the movement working? That's interesting. This should work as a down. Oh no. My input is blocking movement? No, it's not. What the hell? There's a player weight in there somewhere. Huh. When you return to the menu, there's a weight. There's a player weight in there, which I gotta get rid of that. I gotta find that. It never ends. So a movement. I wonder if I can just search for movement. No, I don't want to look in there. I want to look in here. No, I don't want to look in there. I don't know how to use the search function in RPG Maker. I'll just have to hand eye look at. So I'm looking for set movement routes. Because there was a point earlier I switched it to where the set movement route was what I used to keep the character from moving. But because of some issues, I had to switch it to where I just disable it more out of the RPG Maker library, you know? And I gotta find, it looks like there's somewhere where I did that again. And it looks like it's probably when I push cancel. So I gotta go make sure that that's taken out. I don't need it anymore. I don't see it. Kind of swipe back up it to look at it a different way to see if I can find it this time. Now, it's just a theory that the set movement route is the thing that's breaking it. It's possible that it's something else, but it just stands to practicality that that's the way I would do it. This is interesting. Why would I put that at the beginning of the loop? It would make more sense to put this a bit higher. See if that helps. So the command that I made for it to stop accepting controls, I moved it to a different spot to see if. So it still works. It still works. If I go to the save, close it, it no longer works. Very strange. Ironically enough, the back doesn't work either. It's all up and down. I guess that's fine. Okay, so it's just clicking it that doesn't work. Because it doesn't close the menu. Okay. So it's weird because so when I click it and I come back out, then it's not active again. I guess because the cancel button is disabling it. Huh. Where before I had it set to like 15 frames. So I have to do a conditional to where it doesn't cancel it if it's in menu 1. The plot thickens. So whereas look like if cancels but pushed. If button cancel is pressed, we don't run this right here. This should only run in the context of this should only run if the menu, if current menu is 0. So I can run the script on this. If button cancel is being pressed, is there anywhere else from like is menu 0 is current, if menu 0 is current menu? So here I turn it on. Probably just do it like this. If menu current menu is 0, just turn it off. And that will just make it so it only affects it when it's off, not when you push cancel. That's not the right way to do it. So what's going on there is I'm calling for it to be, and it doesn't exist yet, so I have to put this here and put them both. Okay, so what I can do here is I can just put true. So this way it'll turn it on automatically. So rather than that don't work. That didn't work out how I thought it would. Okay, so if it's undefined, move by input function equals return true. GamePlayer.move by input cache. GamePlayer.move by input equals True. I could just add a... Oh, I see. So I can just take this out, right? So I'm not getting what I want out of it. There's something about that cancel. Is that still turning it off? No, it's not. There's nothing there. Oh, here it is. Wait, what? No. No, that wouldn't break it. Maybe I should just make it return false. Let me try. I'm gonna copy this whole thing first, just so I have it in the banks. Nope. What is stopping it from moving? It might not even be... Is there anything else I did with game player in here? I don't see anything. Game player, nope. Game player. If game player move, oh, here we go. Okay, so if you're on menu A and you push OK on A0, okay, so this deactivates it. So this I just don't need, and that's all there is to it. So I think that's it. Okay, let's try again. So it was actually deactivating it when I opened the menu, not when I closed it. Oops. Still fucking it up, dude. Why you do this? What the hell? What was that? Oh. I have SRD's plugin on. I can probably deactivate that. I'm gonna take that plugin out. I don't want to use it anymore. It's not easy to understand. I'll do swipe inputs manually, thanks SRD's plugin. That could actually break it too, because that could disable. It's possible. Well, that's interesting. That's not a good bug to have in there. Swipe input. Oh, I see why I kept it in. Okay, can put it back in there. I put it in because I didn't here. I'm gonna have to list that as like a thing I have to do. So I have it built into my plugins. So I have to go and remove it. So I'll just leave it in for now. Actually, it could be breaking everything though. Freaking SRD hunting me, man. It's always the SRD plugins, dude. They are quite frankly the worst. Actually, you know what? I think I use it. That is so weird. How come I can't go to my menus? I wonder if it's the case for these guys. That one doesn't do anything. It's just whenever I leave them and I join into a new scene. So I think it has to do with the scene change. The scene change must deactivate it. So let's see how I activate it. I might have to just keep it like permanently, keep doing it over and over again. No, but yeah, because it's probably undefined. That actually could be it. If I just come in and it's undefined, that might, I don't know. Okay, so I can check on that property and see where it changes. That's what we're gonna have to do. So we're looking at game player movement catch and what that equals. The weird thing is it shouldn't affect the controller. It's still works here. It has to be my swipe input that gets somehow deactivated. Because when I come back and then I open it again, it's good. So whatever I'm doing at the beginning of this, when I initially open the menu, it makes it work. Oh, it's because it's not in the loop. But that wouldn't... It might actually work. That might be. I had it in the loop before. So the loop would make it... Let's see. Because it's undefined. Oh yeah, okay, that's all it was. Excellent. So I just have to put it in the loop. Oh no. Fuck. I joked. I was wrong. Very odd. So it really only happens when I change scenes. Ultimately, this is a temporary problem because I anticipate eventually removing all of these anyway. So it's like, who cares? But it's also, I just would like to know what's going on here. Why is it not doing what I want? It's a pretty minimal problem because even if it doesn't respond, you'll still be able to actually push the buttons. That was actually interesting. So when I go to save load and I go close it, the X is gone now. Why is the X gone? If the menu variable is set, the X has to, the close button needs to be there. Also, why is the gold there now? What the hell is happening? It's weird, everything works good with controls, but the touchscreen stuff is just fucked. Gosh, this is such a headache. Okay, I think I'm just gonna acknowledge that this is a problem and I'm just gonna accept it for now. In which case I'm gonna remove it from the loop because that didn't actually fix it, and I'd rather it not loop if I can help it. Okay, so I make it so that the X disappears. It's still clickable though. I don't want to do that, so let's fix that. Close menu is 64. So we gotta make it so 64 stays. This is weird. Menu B, it's all activating. So menu B is 1. 64 stays on 255. Okay, so let's see if I can look up the documentation for button common events, because I was so sure that you didn't have to make them move or make them not show. I'd rather keep them on. It'll keep the menu a lot more optimized. So I don't see anything in here about visibility. So it seems to me like I'm gonna have to just delete them. Okay, so let's just make it delete them. So why is it that it makes it so? When it shows picture on 0, it doesn't have them. Let me try something. And I can make it just do show, and that'll just make them disappear. Let's try that to start, and we can take it from there. So 67, I'll cut this out just because not bloated. So I think maybe the way the plugin behaves is, yeah, okay, so that's how it works. If it doesn't, and I have to add the other ones in, which I think are like 71, 74 through 5, right? And those will be the same as skill equip. And so, I want to save that. So we'll do 72. Options. Okay, so I gotta do these. Okay. I don't have the common events set up for my buttons. So, as a compromise, I figured out I didn't have to actually erase the button and reload it. I could just hit the load button again, and that should still be fairly optimized. Rah. Okay. I gotta go up to main menu. Right, and if button, if OK is being pushed. Okay, if OK is being pushed. Menu is at 0. Menu A is 0. This is what I needed to do, all this stuff. I don't really do the hide menu label thing anymore. This is good because I can like go and clean up some of this. I can leave the weight. Did I leave the weight with the other ones? Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I just grab all this. This is for skill. Wait, no. What? Get rid of those hide mini label things. Do I have those on here? Yeah, get rid of that. I don't need that. Save. Okay, the save one is actually quite complicated. The other ones. Oh, actually save is gonna be like the weirdest, hardest one. because it has to break the loop, which is difficult to do from a separate event. And also, too, this is all funky. This isn't gonna work either. I have to use a show command. You can grab that up at the top. Let's see if that save menu works. It's clickable now. It should be. Turn on the common event. Did I assign it in the thing? I might not have. Button, picture, common events. So it would be like 72 or something. Two, 73, 74, 75. Yeah, it's assigned. Okay. So it's assigned. So something that will help a lot is if I just pull the image up and pull out the menu items just so I know that they're actually loading. So we can grab this one. Right, open this and just cut this shit out real quick. File export, save for web. That way we know it's working and loading and stuff. Okay, you're taking me to a totally different place where my game isn't even at. I'll deal with it. Familia root, Familia master, img, pictures, save, replace. Yes, we can link to Photoshop so we can undo. Okay, so there's the ticket. It's not loading. So therefore there's nothing to click. Perfect. So grab 70. Grab all these. And then we're gonna put them. Menu B is 1. Oh yeah, they're like not even here. Okay, so we're gonna have to put them in. We can use these. Just edit them a bit. So we'll do 72. This will be menu system. Save 73 menu system option and also increase the opacity. Menu system. Actually, don't have one for this. Gotta make one. I'll just just put 2 options for now. It's fine. And menu system, exit, end. 255. This will be 75. And for this option, I'm gonna just have to make it 255 just so I can see it. And it works. Okay, let's try now. My math is a little off, but other than that, it works. Actually, it's just I just have to make it appear. But they click, right? Yeah. They click. Well, save load does. So that's something. Options is, oh, I didn't set up the common events for the other ones, so of course load don't work, but save load works, so that's something. It's not working totally correctly, but it's doing something. That's nice. The X works correctly, but the oh. Why isn't it moving? It's set to 0 or something. Let's just do it this way for now. Get it functional, so it's 71. Yeah. Okay. kind of like the instant one. Save menu works, nothing else works. So the save menu, when you click it, it doesn't close everything. It'll move. But if you're in the save menu and you click escape, everything closes. So that must be an issue with the common event. Let's compare them. Everything looks the same. Yeah, the brake loop doesn't work. I knew that would be a problem. I could emulate maybe using the cancel button, which would break the loop. That's probably what I'm gonna have to do. What I did for the close. That'll work actually. Let's do that. So main menu save. Instead of doing this break loop thing, we just break the loop that way. It works, but I didn't get control of my character back. I think because I canceled and I was still in a different scene, so I have to get the control back of the character, which I can do that. I just go up here and add in player movement set to true. Okay, so we go to save, close it. Can I still move? Nope, I can't. Damn it, man. It just never ends, dude. It just never ends. Feel that I'm taking time to add controller support. Yeah. Well, touchscreen support I feel like is harder than controller support, but I feel like touchscreen is a different beast. But mine is like I'm making the touchscreen to emulate a controller, so it's like extra tricky. Extra trickeries. What the issue I'm having right here is you can't break a loop from outside of a loop. So like if you use a common event within a loop, right, you can't make the interior common event break the loop, which is something I've just found to be true. So I gotta like use a conditional or something to figure it out. I've been emulating button pushes with like booleans. It's like getting really crazy. Break the loop from outside the loop? Basically, yeah. It's harder to, I don't really know. So like I have a common event inside of a loop, right? And when, like it's an external common event that runs, that closes the loop. Yeah, so the way I've been getting around it is I've been simulating a button press, the cancel button, which breaks loops. Because you can set within the loop, if cancel's pushed, do this. So then I do this like input current state equals cancel equals true, and then I wait 1 frame and then I turn it back to false. So this right here basically emulates pushing a cancel button. So you can do that on a touchscreen with a common event button. And that allows me to kind of give it like a hacked input press. So then I can put within the loop, if cancel is pressed, right? Do this. But I don't know, it's kind of funky. You know, actually, now that I'm looking at this, the way I did this is like way convoluted. I could just emulate the cancel push and then immediately open the save scene. That would be like a way better way to do it. And then I could make the UI appear after the scene. That sounds like RPG Maker. Fortunately, that kind of crap like actually works okay with my personality. Like I'm okay with that kind of stuff. This is actually way better. So I can just emulate the cancel and I can delete all of this. Because the cancel will do everything. So I just cancel and then I switch the scene, and then when I close the scene, it'll just be. But I understand it, but it doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's my game. Damn it. Didn't give me control back of my character. Maybe because it was in the menu and I... Weird, because it doesn't give me control of my character back. It's maybe because it's not setting the... Like, it should do everything that I do when I push cancel. do I close this scene and break this loop? Look at my YouTube analytics, man. 2.5K more views than usual. It's more than double my normal. Watch time hours increased by 24.9. This is the most significant one, watch time hours. So you can see that this is increasing significantly because I just posted a 10-minute video, right? And I'll probably post another one this week, so my watch time hours are gonna... I hopefully can double them this month to what the average is. And then the subs are about double already, and the views are more than double. Gonna go for three times pretty soon here. I'm getting close to that mark. Just need like another K. Actually, I have about 3 times the views I normally do, because 2.5K times 3 would be like 7.5. And I have almost 5. So if I have 2.5 minus, that means that's like 1.8 is the norm, which I have about 3 times that right now, so maybe a little more. Yeah, 1.8 times 3 would be 4.6. It's like if I had 4.6K views, I would have over 3 times my views. But yeah, the YouTube is really... Somebody commented on this video. I thought it was funny. This video is just like such steady views. It never slows down. It's kind of wild. I want to make another video about UI, but the thing about it is, wow, that's actually pretty good retention, dude. The thing about it is it's like this video, I don't really tell people how to do it, which I'm realizing you don't really have to do. You know, you just have to tell them what you're doing. If it's cool, people will want to watch it. You can kind of give them clues as to how they can accomplish it, but you don't have to make a full-on tutorial that step by step shows them how to do exactly the same things you're doing in your game. You know, kind of like how when I watched Monkey King's video about UI, it like made me think about it gave me all these ideas, you know. Biz's video is still the best performing video this period, but second to that is my custom menu UI. But this one is better in many ways, because even 600 views on a long video is better than 1,000 plus on a short. You have someone, you know, it's more hours of watch time. My last video was here, and it's gonna happen around the time I hit, you know, to like this point here, you know, the 4th of next month, the views will be like triple the average. going good with YouTube. Like, I'm getting a couple subs every day. If you look at my other channel that I've had for much longer, although I'm not as active, the 286 subs here, so it'll switch. It's gonna switch pretty soon, where Maui Game Studio is my biggest YouTube channel, which is exciting, you know. Okay, so I gotta figure this out. I can't break this loop. Let me just copy it word for word and see how that goes. I don't think it's gonna work. But I'm gonna try it nonetheless. Yeah, it doesn't break the loop. It's like the problem. Or if I do it like this, it breaks it. Wait a second. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, that's the problem. So it's not giving me back control of my character, no matter what I do. Okay, well that's a different issue. That's quite telling. broke it. So before I had it attached to the cancel button. I don't want to leave it like broken like this, although I want to go to sleep. Oh, I see what they did. They created a new a new object. Move by input. Okay, I think I got it figured out. So, first I have to define it. Yeah, let's just leave it there. That's good. So it might not have been the break loop thing. Kind of complicated, right? Like it pulls up this, but then the close doesn't really get me out of it. that works perfectly. So I can just emulate a cancel button. Actually works super good. I don't want to show the...
Our struggle as artists isn't about appeasing the crowd. Rather, it's about tending to the broken parts inside of ourselves. We create things as a reflection of this struggle, to study our perception of self.
Okay, well that kind of works. I can just emulate like a cancel button.
Isn't necessarily a thing you achieve.
I should do it after though.
Rather, it is a state of mind which you constantly strive toward. This all comes from an understanding that ideas aren't static, but fluid, like water. Be like water.
That it shows that for a whole frame. That's pretty clean. It's not that clean. Okay, we're gonna raid my friend from Maui. Had my fill for the night. I gotta go to sleep. I'm pretty tired. It's just gonna do some Zelda randomizer. His name is Shigami _110. Yeah, we can watch him do some Zelda randomizers and chill out. I like this guy's from Maui like me. But randomizers are cool because it's like I like seeing how the content is randomized and what works, because I do want to add more randomization mechanics into my game. Procedurally generated mechanics, whatever you want to call them. To me, in my game, it's more random. Like, it's not really procedurally generated, it's more random generated, because it's more just about whatever random thing you want to do. Okay, well, I'll talk to you guys later. It's been a pretty solid little stream. I feel like I made some progress, but I also didn't, because a lot of the stuff I was doing was like fixing problems that I created for myself earlier and didn't realize they were problems. But if I just keep focusing on this UI, I will get it done, and I'll get it to where it'll be workable in for a mobile port version of the game. I just want to get it to where the game is fully playable, so I got to keep remembering that and not get too worried about little stuff, so that's kind of the goal. Anyway, I hang out and shoot you guys home for a while. I'll see you guys later. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.